John, another player that have done well is Hoejlund. He's gradually picking up. Come on now, John. He scored in this game.
Another player that has done well.
Is he okay? He's going to do well.
No.
He's fine in scoring form. In the past 3 games, he scored 2 goals.
I disagree with you. I disagree with you. There is no flower for an underperforming player
in the past 3 games.
There is no flower for an underperforming player in the full scope of the season. It's totally obvious that he is a terrible signing for Manchester United. He's a terrible signing for Manchester United.
He's not.
In less than 34 games, he hasn't delivered up to 5 goals. And you want to tell me that he has done well? Done well where? Done well where?
Well, he's got in this particular game.
Now let's get it started.
Play ball! Manchester United are in the finals of the Europa League. They beat Atletico Bilbao 4-1 at Old Trafford. The first leg ended 3 goals in favor of Manchester United. So this semi-final ended 7-1 on aggregate, even though that Bilbao scored, or Atletico Club scored first in this game, but in second half, from 70th minute, Mount was introduced and they started scoring goal, and they scored 4 in the second half to win that game.
You know, see, comeback kings.
Which team will come back?
Gods of comeback.
They're already winning. What are they coming back?
No, per match. Now you talk about per match. No be Novaro.
Come back, only 1 goal.
You know me. 3 goals in 12 minutes. You know easy.
Finally.
Comeback kings.
It was a good game.
No game plan for Atletico, because if I ask you what was the game plan for Atletico Bilbao, you go fit tell me.
Shoot them from everywhere.
But when Inaki Williams and the Williams brother are available, if I ask you what was the game plan,
I think they missed them.
If I ask you what was the game plan, you go know the game plan. If I tell you say, oh, Inaki they run right, Inaki they run left. What's the game plan? You go say, okay, fine. Midfielder will do like this. Then supply the channel. Then the channel will now supply the attacker. The attacker will now score goal. You go know the game plan. But with this game plan, you don't know the game plan, so you don't know what we were expecting. So it was like a bonus, to be honest. So if you look at it from a tactical standpoint, it was a bonus from Bilbao. Bonus, because Man United didn't know the game plan. They had the opportunity to score the early goal from I think 20 yards out. That shot wonderful. Everybody's doing Onana no be that kind of basket.
It was a nice
even
goal.
Buffon go hard to catch. You go catch him, but it go hard. Even Buffon.
My brother, let's not go for somewhere that is retired. Let's talk about the gay. The gay will catch them any day, any time.
I'm not saying it's important. At least if they play that kind of shot 20, then if you catch like 8,
15, you know we they talk.
Then if you play that kind of thing for Onana 20, if you catch like 2,
you know we even see one catch. Onana no fit see one.
The remaining 12, 18 go dey off target. But you see 8 and 2 no be the same number. But the game plan was just find a way to score the goals, find a way to get the win.
Yeah, even
find a way to get an early win.
But yes, they had only that shot on target.
And that was their head.
Only
because
shot on target.
Defense,
They tried to defend this game, but if you look at that game in general, I think Man U did well, especially they played well in the first half. They didn't get the goals, but in the second half, Mount is going to be very important for Amorin style of system because he likes playing 2 number 10s. If they can buy Marcus Cunha,
Matheus Cunha.
So I think Mount did well. He was introduced in that game. He changed the game. He scored 2 goals. Good game for Manchester United.
No doubt, good game for Manchester United so far as you don't count performance. Okay, because if you count performance, it was a shambolic first half. Manchester United were missing in action for 45 minutes, and I keep saying it. We still keep seeing the same errors week in, week out, which is you start the game, you concede unnecessarily.
And
you start fighting back, which is something that in this encounter they had the confidence and they didn't fall into depression or worry because they have the 3 goals from the first game. If this was a fresh game on its own, they would have probably capitulated in the second half. But thankfully, it wasn't a single game. It was a pairing of a game. They won the first one 3-0. In this encounter, they could just say, guys, let's get it together and come back and do something. That was fine and good for them. But, if you take it performance by performance, they did better in the second half than they did in the first half.
Yes.
Secondly, that first goal, once you see a footballer receive the ball, he's not in a hurry to pass. He takes 1 step, 2 steps. Bro, the automatic thing is he's going to go for a shot. Nobody closed him down.
He could probably go for a pass at the end.
Nobody closed him down.
And that
was a banana of a goal. And they sent this guy to Zambisa Forest. Feel finding way back. You get me? So, but fantastic game for Atletico Bilbao in the first half. Second half, Manchester United came back into the game thanks to a couple of players that were introduced, and we have to give Amorin kudos for knowing who to bring in to change the game at a certain point in time, and it was a good game for them.
Talking about those goals, Mount scored the first goal. His first goal, I can't remember the last
at Old Trafford. His first ever goal at Old Trafford as a Man United player.
He has missed 50 games for Manchester United since he has signed. Do you know only 50 games? He has missed a whole season.
Maybe back to back.
That's what you call deliver us not into trouble. When you buy from your rival fans.
Apart from that, missing 50 games is like 38. Premier League has 38 games.
38 games.
Imagine, so you have missed.
And maybe if you would have played the FA Cup,
FA Cup 8 games. Add Carabao Cup 8 games.
It's more than 8 games if you start from the first round.
No, you don't start from the first round.
Then Carabao Cup maybe like 6 or 8 games. No, more than that in the Carabao Cup. Then the Europa League.
He has missed,
Champions League.
He has missed 50 games for Manchester United since he signed for Manchester United. That is almost a season and a half if you compare the number of games Manchester United plays in a season. But he came back, and Amorim has been talking about him, Mount, saying that he's going to be an important player if he stays fit. The question if he's going to stay fit. But in this game, he scored lovely first goal. That pass, that flip from Euro, and bam.
That turning, as a turner. Nobody, say, Mount, this guy don't score against Liverpool. 2 times against Wolverhampton Wanderers, he do him. Against Liverpool, he do him. When you turn like that, nobody's expecting you to take a shot because there's somebody running in front of the post. There's somebody running in front of the box. I think that you can just lay the ball off to play from 20 yards out or so, or 18 yards out. There was a player running in between him, so he just turned, and my mind now, see set up, just lay the ball, just softly drop off and making it run, take the shot. But about turned and took it by himself. I'm like, wow, I didn't see that. It was another option. I didn't know Mount could actually play like that, but good goal for him. And the second goal in the 90th minute or so, bro,
91st
from halfway line.
Yeah, that was a nice, lovely goal.
Bros, why? Oh, Chelsea, and I did this one. Thank you, Chelsea. And I don't give Mount the Mount, and I don't give Man U the Mount to win Europa League.
Oh, that was a lovely goal.
He go sweet if Man U win this Europa League. Come and say Man U collect Mount from Chelsea to win Europa League, then they'll come off on the other side when they face Atletico Real Betis
and win
for Conference League. But good game for Man United, good goals for Mount. The first day he scored at Old Trafford, because this is his first goal. He's the theatre of dream. Now he can dream. The first time he scored at Old Trafford as a Man United player, he scored a double.
Okay, John. Two goals for Mount. Especially that second goal. That first 2 goals was fantastic. First goal, he turned and placed it. Second one from almost halfway line. With his left foot, he just
left foot,
and he scored 2 goals. I think he's a good player for match time. Amorim system next season.
No doubts about Mount. Like, even if you saw Mount at Chelsea,
he won the Champions League.
You give him credit because he's one of the players that Lampard actually groomed and brought him into the first team.
Under Lampard, then he moved with Lampard back to Chelsea, because on loan at Derby County you could see his impact on the team. You could see his performance level, you could see what he can do or what he can offer for the side. Then when he came back to Chelsea, to Stamford Bridge, and played under Lampard, you could also see that, oh, these guys are going to go get the opportunity. If they say they don't give Chelsea that transfer ban,
yes.
That transfer ban help him. As Lampard worked with him for Championship, he said, come, let's go back to Premier League. Let's work again in Premier League.
Lampard was sacked that season, and
this guy came in and
changed
from
the formation. But generally, Mount a good player. He's going to be
definitely.
No doubt, he's a good player. Like Amorim said, I would like to see him play 1 or 2 seasons without getting injured.
Yes. Well, let's see what he scored 2 goals. Another player that is especially this second half of the season, Casemiro. He has been playing well and he's been scoring goals.
He's been creating chances as well.
Like,
defensively,
something happened to him last 2 months.
When Amorim was tinkering around, he said something about finding a way to play Casemiro deep. You let Ugarte be the workaholic, walk around. Then you play Ugarte and Casemiro, you're playing a double defensive midfield. Now you have to allow one person be the workaholic. Casemiro is an experienced player. You don't need him to run around. You just need to play deep and send those forward passes and control the tempo of the game. And I think that's what has worked in for him. Finding the best position to play a certain player. Amorim has tinkered a lot with, and he's still tinkering with a lot of players in the side. You could see Euro is playing from the left CB, as opposed to him coming in and playing from the right CB. You could see Maguire play in that center back. In the middle man. You could see Victor Lindelof, who used to play from the left or before, play from the right now, and he's doing well. And Euro is playing from the left. You could see that he's tinkered around with the team and he's finding a way to play players. After that game against Southampton, that they almost disgraced Euro. on the left, and some other team games that he played, they almost disgrace him on the right. You see that now that he's playing on the left, it's hardly for you to it's difficult for you to dribble past him.
Okay, John, another player that have done well is Hoejlund. He's picking up. Come on now, John. He scored in this game.
Another player that has done well.
Okay. He's going to do well.
No.
He's finding his scoring form. In the past 3 games, he scored 2 goals.
I disagree with you.
Flowers.
I disagree with you. There is no flower for an underperforming player
in the past
team.
3 games.
There is no flower for an underperforming player in the full scope of the season.
Yes, we can agree.
If our listeners have not looked at the stats, they will think that Hoejlund has been a perfect signing. But of course, it's totally obvious that he is a terrible signing for Manchester United. He's a terrible signing for Manchester United.
He's not.
In less than 34 games, he hasn't delivered up to 5 goals. And you want to tell me that he has done well? Done well where? Done well where?
Well, he's got in this particular game.
And in this particular game, he was given a tapping.
He was not scapping.
Even the blind, excuse me, even the blind can tap him at least 5 times out of 10.
But we've been talking about position and his positions. He's getting his positions right. That means we get your position right. You score tapping.
The opponent was in disarray. The opponent was in disarray.
Forget about the this thing. If you get supply, it's not you as a striker.
It's not about supply.
As a striker, you're giving me the ball in the midfield. Only me will not go and attack. Then when you now send it to the flanks and you say, okay, fine, the flanks are taking the ball. Now the flanks are taking the ball. I am making the run into the channel. Cross ball for me, make I go north. You know go cross. You go dribble, Ganacho. You go can't leg over. They go come collect the ball from me. I'll come back midfield. Come help me defend again.
When you dey inside defense, they hug defender. Why you know
they inside defense.
When you dey inside defense, they hug defender. What are you doing?
Cross the ball.
What are you doing?
This guy has been bereft of service since the beginning of season till now. And yet we're saying he's not scoring goals. If you don't give me service, I'm not going to score goal.
Baba, you have more service than some players in the Premier League.
If I hustle,
and you are not scoring either too.
If I hustle for my ball and I create the chance for somebody else and they don't score the goal and I make the runs and I don't get the pass, bro, my numbers will not be there as a striker. It's just natural. We've seen this on issue on multiple occasions.
He scored the 3rd goal in that game. Let's see, because Amorin has a decision to make in the summer. Either he left him go, give him one more season, or buy a new striker. But we have to see what he's going to say, because he's the only striker now at Manchester United. Zeski is out, so they have to protect him till that final, because they have Tottenham to play in that final. Okay, I think Amorin got his tactics right. You know, if you win, you get your tactics right. Especially his substitution worked. His substitution changed the whole game. Now the question is that if they are going to win the Europa League, because Spurs beat Bodo and Glint 2 goals in the now they finished that game 5-1 on aggregate. So Spurs and Manchester United is going to play the final. So quickly, guys, what do you think will happen in that final? Who do you think will win that final? Both of them in the Premier League are disaster. It's a disastrous season for both of them. I think 15 and 16 or 14 and 15.
It's 15 and 16, please. Let's not glorify them and taking them higher.
The Premier League, Man United is ahead by 1 point.
Okay, we can look at who do you think will win the finals quickly?
I'm not going to say who's going to win the finals now, because between now and then it's like 2 weeks.
There were 2 weeks.
Yes, and you can't predict what's going to happen in 2 weeks.
Tottenham Hotspur.
Now people will support Tottenham Hotspur to win because it's a team it's not Man United.
Hotspur.
Anti-Man United don't talk.
Is going to win it.
Like I said.
In the final. Why? Just ask me why.
Ange wins trophy.
In the second season. Thank you.
The only answer I want to get be that.
Thank you.
Why Amorim we want to give the fans something to hope for.
Both of them have 2 things. Amorim said that he wants to, even though they have a disastrous season, but he wants to give the fans something this season to
cheer.
I want to speak it in Igbo. I want to talk for Igbo, but I no agree. As you dey in pain, somebody will not give you ice cream. I don't say you are in pain, but lick ice cream. You understand? That's how he wanted to do. He wants to give them something to be happy about. He wants to win the Europa League. But Ange has had a disastrous season too. But as he quoted when he was signed last season, that he normally wins trophies in his second season. Now he's in his final. But let's see who is going to win the finals of the Europa League. But in this particular game, Amorin's team turned up at Old Trafford and they beat Atletic Club. Remember, this final is going to happen in Spain, in Bilbao. So if Bilbao have probably won this game, they will play the finals in their home. But unfortunately for them, they did not make it. Manchester United are going to play the finals against Tottenham in the finals of the Europa League. Amorin did well, Manchester United did well. They are the only European team everywhere in Europe competition that have not lost a game. You know, they happened with Bayer Leverkusen last season. They didn't lose any game at all
Until the
Until that one
final.
was in all competition.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't lose it. So it's not a guarantee. I'm not saying it's not a guarantee that Manchester United will win
Leverkusen
it.
did
Thank you.
all competition.
All competition.
Rather, is
Yes.
a spoiler of what will happen in the final.
But let's see what happens.
It's a
If
spoiler.
Amorin Manchester United will win it, or Ange Tottenham will win the finals of the Europa League.